I also joined HRLDP in 2014, hired from EMEA. So one of the true joys of this program is the opportunity to connect and build long-lasting personal and professional relationships with your colleagues as you progress through the organisation, help each other with challenges, celebrate each other's successes. And so just really appreciate Winnie being here today to take the time to share her story, and I know she's going to be keen to answer your questions as well. So with that, I'm happy to share just a moment about my story before we dive into the program proper. So my background was a little bit different, and I'm glad I can share it because I think it highlights an important point about this HRLDP, and that is that I did not have an HR background originally before moving into this program. My background was a bit different. So I'm an Aussie, as you can tell perhaps by my accent, so that highlights the very broad, diverse geographic nature of this program. I originally was a lawyer. I spent about 5 years in corporate law, focused on litigation work, but I always had a pull towards HR because I experienced what it was like to be in a company where we did great work, but we didn't really get feedback, and I didn't really know what path was ahead from a career development perspective. And that really drove an interest in me to explore how I could contribute in a more meaningful way to help others have a better day at work and to help others understand how they could develop their careers in a meaningful and fulfilling way. So moving away from law, I ended up spending a little bit of time in the legal space as a recruiter while doing my MBA. We understand what it's like as you're going through this MBA journey and trying to decide what might be next. Some of you will be really committed to a certain path, and others may be just at the start of your journey and trying to explore what's right for you. When I was at that point, I was very pleased to come across the ad for HRLDP on MBA-Exchange on the website through the organisation that's got us all here today. So I'm very grateful to them. The reason that the program appealed was because I already had 7 or 8 years of work experience. I didn't want to start again right from the bottom in a function, but I wanted to explore how I could be a business leader who focused on people and talent and contribute in that way where I thought I could have the most impact. So I was very pleased to have the chance to join HRLDP. Similarly to Winnie's experience, I had multiple rotations. I started in Spain in our pharmaceutical business as a business partner with no business partner experience whatsoever. You know, what I loved was that on the very first day, my boss said, you know what, you're not here because we want you to know about HR processes. We can teach you all that. He said, you're here because we want you to put big ideas on the table. We want you to challenge us. We want you to ask us why we do things. And we want you to take the different perspectives that you have and help us shape better solutions for the future and continue to really drive impact in that way. I'll never forget that day because it was very powerful, and I appreciate your indulgence in letting me share that story because I think it speaks to what we look for on this program and what we hope for the talent that joins us. So after that role in Spain, I had the chance to move to the Netherlands, where I'd been living for a while previously, to focus on medical devices, talent management. After I graduated, I continued in that role at a global level with expanded responsibilities, and then had the very great pleasure last year to move here to our world headquarters in New Brunswick and become the leader of the HR Leadership Development Program. So that's a little bit about my journey.